Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. From stashes of cash, vintage luxury cars, and $1 million worth of comic books and posters, people have found all kinds of exciting, pricey things in abandoned mansions. Stash of cash. Don't we all dream of finding a huge stash of cash hidden somewhere? Well, I could definitely use one to pay off my college debts. An urban explorer went to explore a house in Canada and found something more than creaky old furniture. For those who don't know the concept of urban exploring, let me tell y'all that in this, people go to freaky abandoned houses and take pictures and videos. This one found approximately $6,800 American dollars stashed. The kind fella tracked down a family member and after meeting with them, handed over all the cash. Millions of dollars worth of comic books. All the comic book geeks should be valued after this, because man, these are worth a fortune. A popular Hollywood actor, Nicolas Cage, bought the first ever superhero comic named Action Comics #1 in 1995. The comic was a game changer, as it shaped the whole industry. But sadly, it was stolen from his Los Angeles villa in January 2000. Ooh, not a good start for a new decade. But Nicholas sought out the insurance, and they paid him. Yeah, people, rare comic books are insured. Well, 10 years later, it was recovered and given back to Nicholas, who then auctioned it off. The rare comic book was sold at a price of $2.16 million and became the most precious one to ever exist. All right, hold on a second. Let me digest that. I'm gonna have to go to my nearest comic book store and go pick some stuff up. Rare coins. A family in Pennsylvania called a collector of rare collectibles, Jeff Beidelman, to visit an old mansion that was abandoned for over 2 decades. After the passing of all the immediate family, the inheritors decided to sell out the mansion after clearing it out. They were hoping for a dime's worth of things, but were astounded to find a huge collection of coins hidden in the house. The coins were a mixture of Liberty dimes, Morgan silver dollars, and large cents. All of them dated from the 1820s to the 1960s. The coins were so valuable that they could have been sold for about $200,000. Man, why don't I have such rich relatives? Car in a Spanish mansion. Imagine going to an old abandoned mansion for some random exploring and finding a sports car there. Well, we can all only imagine this, but a Spanish YouTuber named It's Me Antho went to an abandoned mansion just for the sake of exploring. While poking around, he filmed the whole house. It looked as if the owners were in a damn hurry to run from the place, as all of their belongings were stashed here and there. Even dirty dishes were in the sink. This all indicated that the homeowners had plans to return to the place, but maybe an unfortunate calamity stopped them. By the condition of the mansion, it seemed like the YouTuber was the first one to arrive there. When he went into the garage, he was shocked to see a sports car there, which was obviously worth a capital. Ancient Mayan artifacts. Cleaning jobs doesn't sound very exciting, right? Well, it sure was for this man, Nick DeMola. He was sent to clean a home in Manhattan by the rubbish removal company. This was the home of an abstract artist who passed away in 2004. As he was cleaning down the space, he saw a box filled with dolls made out of clay. He didn't think much of it at the time and placed it with all the other junk in his personal warehouse. When he rediscovered the box that he absolutely forgot about earlier, upon investigating, he came to know that they were dated back to 300 BC to 500 AD. Instead of greedily selling them, he decided to donate them to museums around the country. But when the Mexican government decided to intervene and claim the artifacts for the country, he got a little disappointed. Frankenstein poster. This will surely excite all those movie buffs out there. A poster of the first Frankenstein movie was discovered in 1970 in an abandoned movie theater in Long Island, New York. This was the only poster that was 3-sheeted and was approximately 6 feet 6 inches by 3 feet 5 inches. Other than that, there were just teaser posters and half sheets. So this decades-old poster created quite a buzz in the Hollywood circle. Gold coins and bars. I am convinced inheritance is the easy way to get rich. Don't believe me? Well, let's show you then. A French man inherited a mansion from his relative, and after moving there, he discovered a box full of coins under the furniture. After that, he discovered a whiskey bottle box stashed with coins. And then, finally, he found 12-kilogram gold bars. Total 220 pounds of gold coins and bars were found, which were worth approximately 3.7 million pounds. Whoa! Grandma's garage. Grandmas are a couple of badasses, aren't they? Spending time with them is a valuable treat. You know what's more valuable though? Poking around the house and finding a rare Lamborghini and a Ferrari 308 in her garage. A girl was visiting her Nana when she discovered these two extremely valuable cars worth approximately $300,000. The two cars were kind of dumped in the garage with other garbage. The Lamborghini was especially rare, with its winged automatic doors and 80s-style exterior. What's cooler is that this same model was flaunted by the character of Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2013 blockbuster The Wolf of Wall Street. It was later estimated that the cars could be auctioned off at a price of $430,000. How come my grandma only has a dump of old boxes and shopping bags in her garage? Charlotte Bronte's ring. Are any of you a fan of classic English literature? If you are, then you must know the famous English novelist and poet Charlotte Bronte. After the death of her father-in-law, a woman was tasked to clean out his attic, but the whole endeavor turned out to be a tad more interesting. Although the place was full of junk, she found a peculiar locked metal box. After trying very hard and going through every key, she finally found one that fits it. After opening it, she discovered just a small ring in the box. But after noticing an inscription inside it, she got excited. It said March 1855, Bronte. The ring also had a compartment where some hair strands were hidden. It was also a common practice in the 19th century to make jewelry with hair for remembrance. The waiting cat. All the valuable things we have mentioned, this one's value can't be calculated. People give cats so much crap for not being as loyal and loving as dogs, but I think after seeing this, every cat hater should just shut their mouths. An urban explorer with a YouTube channel named Bros of Decay visited an old abandoned mansion of a man named Alphonse. It looked as if the man one day went out for some urgent piece of work and never came back. When the explorer went into the bedroom of Mr. Alfonso, he discovered his dead cat carcass lying on his bed. This describes that the cat didn't want to leave the place of his owner and died on his bed, waiting for him to come back. I'm not crying, you are! Prohibition-era whiskeys. Somebody must have mentioned the Prohibition era implemented in the US from 1920 to 1933, in which there was a ban on the total consumption, production, transportation, and sales of alcoholic beverages. A couple in New York found an alcoholic treasure trove in their home during the pandemic lockdown. During some major home renovation, they stumbled upon approximately 70 bottles hidden in the floorboards and walls. The man was pulling off the skirting when suddenly a package fell down. It was a paper wrapped in a brown sheet and was covered with hay straws so the bottles would not break by any chance. Bundle after bundle were getting discovered, one after another. I'm curious though, how come the owner never drank them? I would have drank it all down in a week or two. Tortoises. Some neighbors in Madagascar complained about a foul smell to the authorities. When the police came and searched the area, They were stunned after seeing a house filled with an enormous amount of crawling, radiated tortoises. The smell was unbearable for the wildlife conservation officials and cops. It was speculated that they were kept there in order to use later for the illegal pet trade and selling off of their shells in Asian markets. Due to extreme unsanitary conditions and dehydration, approximately 180 died at the scene, and more than 300 died after the rescue. What's sadder is that their population is nearly extinct due to these practices. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. See you next time!